Alright, good morning everybody. Y'all come in, have your seats. Alright guys, today we're going to go over Italian unification and nationalism. Alright, first things first, what I want you to do is get a piece of paper. If you don't have any, there's some right in the back there. And we're going to define nationalism. I know. You probably don't know what nationalism is, okay? Just think it through. Take a couple minutes, okay? Just write down, I'm not taking it up for a grade. We're just going to talk about it. But try and figure out what nationalism is. So, you got a question? All right, everybody. All right, if I can get your attention. All right, by show of hands, okay. Who wants to give their definition of nationalism? All right, John. Okay, you're close. You're really close. Rebecca, how about you? There you go. Yeah. Okay, you guys are getting it. All right. Peter. Exactly, okay? Nation is in the word, okay? Right there, nation. So it has to do something with nation. Okay? Let's look what Webster gave us. Nationalism is the identification with one's own nation. Ah, there's that nation word. And support for its interest, especially to the exclusion or deterrent of the interest of other nations. What does that mean, exclusion? Ashley? Right, to leave someone out, okay, to kick somebody out. All right, what about deterrent? Does anyone know what deterrent means? I know it's a new word, it's a different word. All right, deterrent, okay, is if you deter something, okay, that means you're like putting up a defense or you're stopping it in its tracks before it even happens, okay? So, exclusion of other nations or the deterrent of other nations, okay? So it's kicking everybody out and protecting its own, okay? Next up, I believe we have vocabulary. Woo! Vocabulary, I know you're excited. Europe. You all should know what Europe is by now, guys, okay? Europe. Italy. Who could tell me where Italy is in Europe? Susan? Yeah, it's the boot, okay? It's the boot. In Europe, it's the boot, right there in the Mediterranean Sea. Austrian Empire. I bet you guys haven't learned about that one, okay? Austrian Empire. It's in Austria. Whoa, okay? Austrian Empire. Back in the 1800s and into the middle 1900s, okay, the Austrian Empire was huge, okay? It covered pretty much all of Eastern Europe, okay? The Bourbon Empire. The Bourbon Empire we'll touch on a little bit, okay? The Bourbon Empire. How many of you heard the Bourbon Empire? Yeah, I know. The Bourbon Empire is not as popular as like the Roman Empire, okay? The Bourbon Empire was basically a family, okay? These families, okay, produced kings in Spain, and then they married kings and queens in France, okay? So they had a massive amount of influence. So the Bourbon Empire, we'll come to find out, plays a part. Industrial Revolution. We have the Industrial Revolution, okay, just over and over again throughout the years, okay? Industrial Revolution. Everything's becoming mechanized. All the work is becoming mechanized. Factories are being raised, okay? Cities are being erupted, okay? Just Industrial Revolution. Papal states. Papal states. Think the Pope, the Vatican, the Catholic Church. Those are the papal states. Victor Emmanuel III. Hint, hint, he's going to be king. Alright, this is a picture of modern day Italy. Okay, as you can see, like was mentioned before, it looks like a boot. Kicking a ball. Alright, up here we have Turin and Milan. Turin is where Victor Emmanuel's from. Okay. We got Rome. Right here next to Rome is the Vatican. Okay. Got Sicily down here. Naples, all of southern Italy. All right, this is Italy in 1829. Look at the different colors, right? Everything's different. There's so many people inside of Italy at this point in time. Up here we have the Kingdom of Sardinia. What's right in the middle? Turin. Guess where Victor Emmanuel's from? Turin. He's the king of Turin. The Kingdom of Sardinia is right up here and right here. Okay? Sardinia is located towards the north. What's a major character that played a huge part, or excuse me, what country plays a huge part around this time in Europe? It's right there. Who can tell me? All right, Peter? France. You're right, France. Who's an important character from France that we just got done talking about? Sarah? Not King Louis. Not King Louis. Anybody else? Greg? Right, Napoleon. Napoleon's in France. Okay? France right now is very industrialized. So all that industrialization is spreading towards the north. Okay? A thing to know about northern Italy is there are a lot of rivers. Okay? There's a lot of rivers that carry a lot of goods. So the economy is allowed to grow along rivers like we've learned before. We got Monaco and we got Marseille. All major ports in the north of Italy. Venice? How many of you heard of Venice? Okay. All right. What's one crazy thing about Venice? Right. Yeah. Yeah. It's built on top of water. Okay. It's a city on top of water, and it's right there. Okay. All right. Let's check the next slide. All right, my slide was being difficult with me. All right, so start things off, okay? The Kingdom of Sardinia. Who is the main character in the Kingdom of Sardinia? Victor Emmanuel. Yep, okay. So, we got Victor Emmanuel up here. He wants to unify all of Italy. Okay? I gotta pass you guys out your map. Bear with me, guys. Here we go. Here you go. Peter, will you hand out that map for me? All right, thank you, buddy. Guys, if you find on the back of your map, okay, are your notes, okay? So, as we're going along, fill in the notes as we're going. That's right. Take one and pass it, okay? Take one and pass it so we can get going. All right, good deal. All right, so Victor Emmanuel is from Turin. Turin is located in the Kingdom of Sardinia. Okay, those are the first two blanks on your guided notes. Victor Emmanuel is real close with the country of France. Okay? France at this time has the biggest military. Everyone wants to be friends with France. On this side over here, we have the Austrian Empire. All this is the Austrian Empire. As you can see, Lombardy and Venice, okay, are all part of Austrian Empire. Victor Emmanuel didn't think that was cool. All right, we're going to pause. We're going to shift our attention down to the south, okay? And your next character should be Garibaldi. Garibaldi was hardcore, okay? Victor Emmanuel hired Garibaldi, who was a nationalist fighter, okay? So he was a kind of like a guerrilla fighter. Fun fact for you, when the USA had their Civil War, Abraham Lincoln tried to get Garibaldi to come fight for the North. He was going to give him a general status right off the bat. Never stepped foot in America. Going to give him a 2-star general. Luckily, well, I say luckily, but it just didn't work out. He ended up going to South America, but we're not talking about that right now. All right. So, Victor Emmanuel sent Garibaldi down to the south to unite the South. How many forces do you think Victor Emmanuel gave Garibaldi to conquer the South? 100, 200, 5,000, 10,000? I mean, this is a lot of land right here. He gave him 1,000 troops, guys. 1,000. So he set sail with 1,000 troops. Stopped in Sardinia for a bit, gathered supplies, and then he pushed up through Sicily. Right here, Sicily. It's this little island off the coast of the mainland Italy. It's the ball of the boot. Thank you, Sarah. Ball of the boot. So Garibaldi starts liberating and winning, and liberating and winning Sicily as he moves up. After every battle he wins, okay, all the Italians were like, yeah, woohoo, thank you so much, yeah. Okay? So they start joining his side. So whenever Garibaldi would lose people, because they are battling, they are fighting, it's a war, okay, he'd get the replacements, okay? More people come volunteer for him. In the meantime, while Garibaldi's down here, just with 1,000 men, Victor Emmanuel is up here with help from France fighting the Austrian Empire. After every battle he wins, okay, he's slowly uniting all these little provinces like Lombardy and Venetia and the Piedmont, all this region, okay? He's slowly reuniting that. Remember, what's up here? What's that R word that's up here? Rivers, okay? The rivers are up there. So, that leads to more industrialization. Where do you think money is? The money's in the north. You're right. The money's in the north. That being said, what do you think's in the south? No rivers. Really not many rivers, okay? We do got a big sea. You're right, John. We do have a big sea, okay? But it's mainly just cliffs and dirt, okay? It's not in rock. There's really not a whole lot of economy going down there. I think now, in modern times, it's mainly tourism and beaches, okay? But that didn't help them back then. All right, so Victor Emmanuel is uniting all these cats up front, up top, okay? Victor Emmanuel, Garibaldi has made his way through Sicily, liberated Sicily, and as he's crossing over the toe of the boot, Aguila, okay, which is this province right in here, okay, it's the heel of the boot, okay, renounces the Bourbon Empire, okay. He's like, no, we good, no, okay. So he joins Garibaldi. So Garibaldi is slowly pushing up. Now he has the help of these guys to help him stay supplied. And he's moving on up. Directly, okay, he conquers the kingdom of two Sicilies. He conquers this, kicks the Bourbons out. Now he's coming up to, the Papal States. Okay? The Papal States. You know what we're thinking about when we hear the Papal States? Catholic Church, the Pope. Yeah, around this time they had a lot of influence. So the Papal States they control all of this. Okay? What's that major city that you see right in the middle of the Papal States? Go ahead, look at your map. Look at your map. All right, Ashley, Rome. Yeah, it's Rome. Remember the Roman Empire? Where was that located? In Rome. It was the whole country of Italy. Okay. So while Garibaldi's pushing up this way, Victor Emmanuel's coming down this way, Victor Emmanuel stops. Because he knows that France and the Papal States are very close. And he doesn't want to upset France. Remember, France is, they're the bullies of Europe right now. Okay? You don't want to mess with the bully. Okay? Garibaldi says, I have 1,000 men. Let's do it. Okay? So Garibaldi ends up pushing the Papal States all the way to the edge of Rome. Okay? So now we have Italy's all conquered. Okay? Except for this little stretch of land. Okay? When Garibaldi rolls up on the Roman gates to go into the city, they said, "Oh yeah, man, you're good. Come on." Because they've all heard the stories of him conquering all these guys just with 1,000 men. Okay? So Rome gets conquered or liberated, nationalized. There is a tiny land inside Rome. Does anyone know what that is? That's the house of the Pope. What is that called? Peter? Yeah, the Vatican. It's called the Vatican. Okay? So inside the Vatican, the Pope is being guarded by French soldiers. And Garibaldi's knocking on the door. Okay? Victor Emmanuel hears about this, and he starts to panic. So he sends a message to Garibaldi and said, "Hey, stop what you're doing. Don't do that. Come on back." So Garibaldi, who just conquered all this land, okay, just says, "Okay," and comes back to Turin. When he gets back to Turin, he meets Victor Emmanuel, and he says, "All right, I did what you asked. I liberated all of the southern part of Italy, and I'm going to give it all to you." He gave it to him without batting an eye. Just said, "Here you go." So now, all of Italy is under rule by King Victor Emmanuel. Okay? So, Victor Emmanuel is from Turin. He moves the capital of Italy to Rome. This unites, okay, all the economic power of northern Italy, which is called the Piedmont. All this is the Piedmont, okay? Unites all that power, all that economy with southern Italy, which is mainly rocks and agriculture. So now we have, all the Industrial Revolution, meaning the agriculture, and all these trade ports that are in the Mediterranean. Alright guys, I'm going to pass out to you a map of Italy. Okay, it's going to be blank. So here you go. Alright. So I want you to group up, okay? It's you and your neighbor. You don't have to get up and move around. It's just you and your neighbor. 2 and 2, 2 and 2, 2 and 2, 2 and 2. Okay? I want you to color in the different regions of Italy. Okay? I want you to cover the Austrian Empire, where they were located. I want you to cover where the Kingdom of Sardinia is. I want you to cover where the Bourbon Empire was and what that name was. Kingdom of Two Sicilies. I want you to cover where the Papal States were. I want you to cover where France is located. Okay? Alright guys, take a couple minutes, knock that out. If you guys need any colored pencils or anything, they're in the back of the room, okay? Just one at a time, go up and get 5 different colors. Good, 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 good. Yeah, good. Alright. All you should be getting done coloring by now, okay? It is a group activity. Okay, I want you to flip the paper over, okay, and on the back, I want you to draw what you think nationalism looks like to you. Okay, what does nationalism look like to you? You have the definition of nationalism right there on your notes. You're more than welcome to use it. All right, does somebody want to share? All right, John, let's see what you got. Okay, nice. Okay, you got American flag. Okay, I can dig that. All right. What about you, Sarah? What do you have? Oh, yeah, that's good. That's good. The United. That's awesome. Anybody else got anything else they want to share? No, we're good. All right, go back to your seats or slide over. Okay. All right, now get out another sheet of paper. Doug's going to come by and pick up your regions, okay, that you just colored. Yeah, thanks, Doug. Appreciate it. Doug's going to come around, pick that up. All right, so you should have a sheet of paper out. I want you to reach under your desk, get your books out, turn to page 34. I know. Oh, the book. It's okay. It's okay. We're only going to do 1, 2, and 3. You're only going to answer those questions, okay? And it's really defining your vocabulary. So you can use your book, you can use your notes, answer 1, 2, and 3. All right. Once you've done that, I need you to flip over, okay, over your sheet of paper. And I want you to define these words. Define those words for me, guys, okay? Use your book, okay? Use your book. Use your notes. I've gone over every one of these, okay? Use your notes. Use your book. I'm going to walk around, make sure you guys got it. All right, awesome. All right, guys. Hey, pass those up to the front. It's the end of class. Okay? I want you guys to think about how America's Civil War relates to the unification of Italy. What's the main differences? Yeah, they came, okay, the North was industrialized and a powerhouse. The South was mainly farming, yeah, mainly agriculture, okay? But they all ended up uniting, all right? All right, guys, you have a great day. I'm going to grade these papers for you guys. Have a good one.